We're finally ready to go on our gold prospecting trip. The plan is to spend 14 days in remote areas, somewhere in Outback country in Western Australia. We both haven't been up that way, so it'll be exciting to see some new areas. The trip is going to be an adventure, a risky one, because we don't know if we're going to find any gold at all. But the goal is to give it a good try and have fun while exploring new places. Our reward at the end will be a stop at Karijini National Park.
Maybe to keep an eye on this place. Yeah. Don't want to hear any complaints when we come back.
We're good to go. I've got a few spots marked on my Prospectors app. The first spot should be easy to get to, but it'll get a bit rougher and a bit more remote as we go along. So wish us luck that we'll get there without any incidents. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please give this video a like. That helps out the channel a lot. Thanks, guys. We'll be traveling on remote, unsealed roads without phone service or service stations. We carry plenty of diesel and unleaded, but even more importantly, plenty of water. We are expecting temperatures around 40 degrees during the day, which is why our detecting time will be limited to a few hours in the mornings. Our plan is to head up the Meekatharra-Ashburton Downs Road, a stretch of hundreds of kilometers with potential gold spots in the south and further north. Looking at the tire tracks on our first spot, it was obvious that the place has had quite a few visitors lately. Our setup is simple, and that allows us to unpack and pack up within 1 hour, so we are more flexible and can move on to several different spots during the next couple of weeks. We started detecting the next morning and tried different areas within walking distance first. That's a big tin can here. Yeah, I'm gonna look for a different spot. This is terrible. During the next few hours of walking and swinging, we also noticed plenty of camel prints in the dirt. There are over 1 million feral camels spread out over Australia. Just a hot rock. We metal detected this first spot for a day and a half without any interesting targets to show. We decided to pack up at lunchtime and keep heading further up the road. Both of our cars currently don't have a working air conditioner, but we found an acceptable way of cooling down in the heat. We arrived at our campsite for the night just before sunset. Although it is a little rough to get into, Nichols Springs is absolutely worth it. After driving several hundred kilometers, we could finally see a change in the country. Just sitting in the water made us feel fresh and alive again. We enjoyed our shady campsite for the night and even spotted 2 feral donkeys getting a drink. According to the Jurassic Park noises we heard overnight, they are part of a bigger herd. For us, it was time to pack up again and hit the road. Our next potential gold-carrying spot looks like it could be hard to get to. A few hours later, we turned off the main road again to follow an old track across the river. Unfortunately, the track disappeared not long after and turned into a single-lane cattle track. We decided to have a quick look at the old river crossing anyway, knowing already we wouldn't be able to cross to the other side. We had to turn around again, but were lucky that we had another marked spot nearby, and we arrived there just before dark. We headed out again the next morning. Clint chose to give his GPX 5000 a try, and I took my GPX 6000 metal detector again. It is exciting to get the first target in new areas, especially when walking around for a while with no signals at all. No way. Yes. First gold for the trip. There it is. I know it's very small, but it's the first one. Yes. And it shows we're in the right spot. It's always difficult when you're out prospecting. There are no marked mines in the area, and we wouldn't be able to tell if there's actually any gold here or not. But we looked at a few maps, compared the geology and magnetics and aerodynamics and all different kinds of maps, and then had a look where it's pending or vacant. This is actually vacant ground, and it carries gold on it. How nice. And you saw it, not very deep. I did bring a nugget container, but I didn't keep it handy in my pocket because I didn't actually expect to find something. First one. That is awesome. $7.40 it is. Not even 8 o'clock. In a new area. We just got here last night. And now I'm on the gold. I did bring a two-way. Unfortunately, it can only send. I cannot receive. But I'm going to let Clint know anyway. I'll have a look at where I am. And I'm also going to mark the position on my map here, so that I can come back to this one. Not sure if you can hear me, but I just found a tiny little piece of gold here on the side of a hill. I'm about 200 meters... Hang on. East of the camp. 200 meters east of the camp on a slope. Just inside that big bend there, further up the hill. If you want to come over. Yeah, I decided to walk up this way because I just like the looks of this hill here. Schist with quartz cropping out. So there are chunks of quartz coming down this rough schisty hill here. And there is ironstone and iron schist in between. So you can tell we're back in the Pilbara. Luckily there's no spinifex here. We have seen some on the way, but we are very lucky to not have those spiky plants growing all around. I'm gonna circle around this hole now in any direction and see if I can get another target. Wish me luck. It's been a while since the first signal, probably half an hour, but here's the next one finally. Oh, could be that hot rock. Oh no. That's a hot rock, and that's just a plant residue or something. Yep, magnetic. Yeah, let's see what this one's gonna be. Right below a mineralized quartz outcrop here. I already moved this rock here. See how black the quartz is. So it could just be iron setting off the detector. We'll find out. Yeah, I think that got definitely louder. I'll have to keep digging. I bet it's just iron, but I can't leave it. I'll have to dig. Iron, copper, sulfides, galena, the list of other noisy minerals is long. That's directly in the reef here, which is why it's very hard. Didn't even bring my hammer and chisel out, but hopefully it's not going to be that difficult. Yeah, that's on the quartz reef here. I'll try and find a little bit of a crack or something where I can get the pick into, because these ones here should all be a bit more weathered and hopefully break out a bit easier. But yeah, we're coming down into a bit of depth. It's getting harder. Yeah, that's all hard. I don't know, that sounds pretty good to me. Oh, that's very mineralized. That was a fly. Oh. Question is, does it contain any gold or not? Looks like goethite as well. I don't know, it's sort of all over the place. I'll sit down and think about it. To make things work around our setup in the bush, we need plenty of things that we gotta carry around. So the ute has got 2 tanks in it. So 160 liters of diesel roughly go in there. Then we've got another 40 liters on the front rack here. That's all for the car. So 200 liters of diesel plus 40 liters for the quad plus the fuel that's in there. Besides from that, of course, we need plenty of water, so that's about 300 liters, which we've got spread out over several containers and tanks as well, just to be on the safe side. Of course, we also need the battery power, so we've got 4 batteries with us, all independently chargeable via solar. We are not carrying a generator this trip, so it's 4 independent solar setups, and one of them is the BLUETTI AC180. I'm pointing this out because BLUETTI is going to give one of these power stations away to you guys. It's actually the second giveaway from BLUETTI, and thank you so much, BLUETTI, for doing this for you guys. It's come in so handy for us. Not only do we charge all our detecting and filming gear, the torches, the drone, the Starlink, of course, but we also use it for the bread maker, which we're gonna take. The solar generator has really been a big game changer for us. We're going bush without a noisy generator. Instead, we'll have solar generators. It's easy to set up and it's easy to pack up again as well. It makes it very easy to have a look at the display to see the wattage going in, wattage going out, and the percentage of power left in the battery. BLUETTI now has a Black Friday special on. It'll go until the 3rd of December, where you get $300 off the AC180. And if you live in Australia, you now have the chance to win one of these. All you have to do is let me know in the comments what you would use a solar generator for. Is it at home or is it for camping? Whatever it is, I'd love to know. And make sure you include the keyword BLUETTI. Then you are in the draw. I'll be picking a random comment in the next few days and I'll let you know on YouTube who won the AC180. Thanks a lot to BLUETTI for this generous giveaway, and good luck to you guys. I decided to show the noisy quartz outcrop to Clint the next morning. And by the way, the small nugget came out of the ground not far from there.
That was already traced. It's pretty black, that shit, isn't it?
It is. But yeah, look at these. They're all pretty black.
Yeah. Doesn't sound that flash, you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know.
See, like a real dark layer in there, isn't it?
Yeah, what's that? Iron?
Looks like iron.
Because the detector sounded quite whiny instead of sharp, we finally filled the hole back in and rode to a different area. We're a few kilometers away where the geology started shifting, and yeah, we just pulled over and decided to give it a go around here. This is the type of country where you walk around for hours and hours and maybe days without even getting one single target. There are a few hot rocks around, so I'm picking up a few of those, but no other rubbish, which means that the old timers haven't even been here and that it's really not all that explored around here. Finally. No way. Boah, that actually sounded pretty noisy, but it is a piece of gold. Yeah, have a look at this. That is awesome. I'm standing on the top of a hill here and it carries gold. That is unbelievable. Another very small bit, but it's only the second place where we pulled up and detected around this area here anyway. And in both spots I found gold. And this is vacant crown land. Yeah, some areas are just incredible. But yeah, if there's only one piece around and then nothing around it, like at the other spot, then yeah, I could spend another few days here without picking up another piece. Definitely will give it a good go around here. The quad is not far back there, so I could even let Clint know that I found something. Awesome start into the day once again. Not sure where you are, but I can see the quad from atop of a little hill here, and I just picked up another tiny little splinter. Hope you can hear me and see me. I can't see you, but I'm up high. I can see the bike. So I'm just gonna give you a quick look at the ground here. We've got schist cropping out here. This is all schist, and in between ironstone and quartz. And I came up here because I could see the quartz from the distance after I just walked from all the way back there. That looks like a little loaming pile, actually. These rocks seem to be in a odd position right next to this little gully here. Thought I heard a noise then. Ah, that's just my coil brushing the ground. Oh, good. So yeah, it looks like the old timers have been here for a reason, because I found the gold maybe 5 meters up there. Probably the same size as the one yesterday. I know.
Yeah, cute.
Careful they don't blow away.
Looks a bit more washed than the one yesterday.
Yes. But yeah, on top of this hill, how weird. I'll show you. Do you get any signals?
Yeah.
Right there. Is that a loaming pile?
Looks like a lone pole, yeah.
Yeah, okay. First one I see, first evidence of anybody ever been here.
Whole time has been here.
Yeah, surprisingly, the next signal is right on top of that loaming pile. But I am running the machine in normal now, so it is more sensitive towards hot rocks and stuff like that as well. Noisy ground. Give it a ground balance. Oh yes. The signal disappeared. Unfortunately, it's just noisy ground or a little hot rock or something like that. Sometimes you don't even have to go that far. That's the hole there, and I'm just circling back around here with another signal. So I'm using a new camera for the first time this trip, and I don't think I was even recording. I think I was taking pictures, so I think you missed out on all the action. I had another noise over here after I circled around for quite a while, and that's where I found a second tiny little splinter of gold. Tiny little nugget. Okay, so let me show you. To the very left you have yesterday's piece, then you have the one that I found an hour ago, and now that tiny little one next to it on the right hand side. That's the one I just found in that shallow hole there. Took me forever to get it out because it kept on falling back into the cracks and I couldn't grab it, but I got it now. This is one piece, that's the other one that gives me a line now to work along the schisty outcrop here. I think Clint is working the bottom there now. Yeah, before I was just having a look up on top here around that loaming pile, and now I'm gonna work along the line of the schist, which is where the gold seems to be coming out of. Unfortunately, we didn't find any more gold in that area and decided to move on again to a more promising spot further north. We've driven over 400 kilometers by now, with not much gold to show. Surely there are better spots out there than that. We still had plenty of water left at this stage and have only used about 50 liters. We carried just over 300 liters of water in total and worked out that we were using about 12 liters a day for drinking, showers and washing the dishes. And our aircon, of course. Our next spot looks more promising on the maps, and we're keen to spend a few days here. It's very likely that we walk around all day without even getting a target.
I've probably got a gram there. Thank goodness after a week.
The storms are starting to brew up in the skies.